Hey, kia ora! Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to your Thankful Thursday. Yes, it is that day of the week where we talk about gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. It is an amazing thing. So this morning I wanted to talk to you about the 9 benefits of being grateful. Now, I always start each morning with a grateful heart. I have it on the mirror in my bedroom. I've got this big mirror thing there, and across it I've got written, well, actually, I don't have it written. Well, yeah, I kind of do. It was one of those stick-on thingy-mabobs that you can, those saying things that you can stick on your wall. And it says, begin each day with a grateful heart. And it's one of the first things I see in the morning when I wake up. Even if it is dark in the room, there's still light coming in and reflecting off the mirror, so you can see the letters there, but I know what it says because I've seen it so often. Every time I walk down the length of the RV, it's right there because the mirror is where it can be seen when you're walking towards the back of the RV, and so you get to see it. So it's constantly in my face when I'm walking around the RV, when I'm walking into the bedroom, it's right there. So excuse me. So I'm always beginning each day with a grateful heart, and every time I see it, I always think of one thing in that moment that I am grateful for. And 9 benefits of being grateful is that number one is that, well, these are in no particular order. They're just 9 things. So the first thing on my list is it amplifies your happiness. It is very difficult to walk through life with a grumpy attitude if you are grateful for something. So it amplifies your happiness. It glows. It helps you glow and shine from the inside out. You become more positive and confident. The more grateful you are, the more positive and confident you become. And I've learned this over time. The more things I'm grateful for, the more positive outlook I have on everything, and the more confidence I gain within myself as well. When you are grateful, you're being more present with people who matter the most. So when you are grateful, you're in that moment. And if you've got people around you who matter deeply to you, and you are in that moment, you are present with them and you are grateful to be in their presence, that amplifies the whole situation. Not only does it amplify your happiness, the positive and the confidence, but it amplifies the presence that you are in that moment with them and being grateful for it. It helps get you through adversity and setbacks. And this I know from personal experience. I've been through a lot of crap in my life. I have climbed many mountains, some of them just a grain of sand. But I have climbed what I've seen. Some mountains have seen very, very tall mountains, and obstacles have been thrown in my path. I have gone through a lot. And for those of you who know my story, you know what I'm talking about. But every time I was going through those things, with Brad laying in hospital or going through some treatment or having to go for another doctor's visit, I was always grateful in that moment that I was able to be there beside him and help him through that time. I was grateful in the moment for the doctors and the nurses that were working on him, and helping him through whatever medical challenge he was having at the time. When he passed, I was grateful for the amount of time that we got to spend together, for the number of years that we had together. I was grateful for every moment we'd had, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was grateful for it all. So even when you're going through struggles, it does help you get through them faster. And I'm always grateful when I have a breakdown of some sort, be it in business. If I lose a sale, if I make a mistake which reflects badly on me and it puts the customer in an awkward position or anything like that, I am grateful for the learning experience that comes from it. Even though sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I've screwed things up so bad. But I am grateful to be going through that experience, because by going through that experience, I get to improve myself. I get to improve a process. I get to make things better. And I've learned from it. So I'm grateful for the learning experience. It improves your health and well-being. Being grateful, when you'd be surprised. I have read so many different studies on what goes on in here, what goes on inside this thing here with that gray mushy stuff in there, with your mind and how powerful it is. I have read so many survivor stories from cancer, from avalanches, from miraculous stories, stories that we consider miraculous, that people should not have survived what they survived, yet they managed to come through it. I love those stories, and 9 times out of 10, in fact, probably in all of them, but I'm going to say 9 times out of 10. So 99.9% of the time, it is because of the mindset that that person had. It's because of the mindset. There's a story out there of a kid who had an inoperable brain tumor, and he was a huge Star Wars fan. And when they found out that he had this tumor, and he, he wasn't given long to live, and it was just a kid. But that kid, because of the positive input he had had in his life so far in his mindset, he started treating that tumor like the Death Star, and he was Luke Skywalker in the X-Wing, flying down in those valleys and things, and dropping that bomb in the exact place it needed to go, down that little narrow chute into the heart of the Death Star and exploding it. And when he went back for another scan a few weeks later, they found no trace of the tumor. None. No trace at all. The mind is a powerful, powerful thing. And this is why you find a lot of people who are constantly, I'm probably going to put myself in a bit of crap, but most of the people that I know who do not have a positive mindset have very poor health. But those that have a positive mindset have, most of those that have positive mindset have great health. I have, and yes, some of them, and yes, you do get the crossover where somebody has a positive mindset and they are in poor health, and they end up passing what we think is too young from things like cancer and other diseases and things. And you go, oh, but they were so positive and all that sort of thing. There are times that things happen for a reason. And my belief is that when people are taken from this plane of existence to another plane of existence, is that their mission on earth is done. Their purpose is fulfilled. Yes, I know it is tragic when we see young children going from us and all of that, but I truly believe that the reason that some people die young is because their purpose on this planet is filled. Whatever amount of time that we are here for a purpose, and when our purpose is done, it is time to move on. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that one, but that's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, it can help your health and well-being. One of the reasons that with my health is that I have the mindset that I have a super immune system. Yes, I take my vitamins and my minerals and my supplements on a daily basis. Do I eat the healthiest? No, I do not. Do I try to mainly eat the healthiest? Yes. Do I get a lot of exercise? Not as much as I should. But I have that mindset that I have a super immune system, and that my immune system does very well. There are things that upset me, like allergies and things, but I do my best to get through them. Yes, they can take my day down, and I can feel like crap. Like right now, my sinuses are completely blocked, and my body is feeling tired because it's fighting all these allergies right now. But I've got that positive frame of mind that I am in gratitude for going through this experience with the allergies, because it helps me relate to those who also suffer from allergies as well. It makes me relatable to more people. And we can talk about things like that and how we each get through those challenging situations. It's why I love support groups. When the Cancer Caregiver support group we had back in Virginia was amazing. I learned so much from those from every person in there. And that comes into another one here, is that you feel more compassionate and helpful when you're in a grateful mindset. And I will tell you this from personal experience, that is so true. When you are in that feeling of gratitude, you have more compassion for those that are going through challenges as well. And if they're going through similar challenges to you, like if they are a caregiver for a loved one who has cancer, if they've had a loved one transition on them, yes, I am more compassionate for them, and I'm willing to help. If there is a way that I can sit on the end of the phone and just listen to them talk and offer words of comfort for them, and they're not just getting those words of comfort for somebody who's never been there, they're getting words of comfort from somebody who has walked the path already. And so it does make you more compassionate, and it does make you more helpful towards those that that are going through similar experiences that you have been through. And that all comes from a grateful heart. And then the last one that I've got here is that it enhances feelings of joy and satisfaction. The joy of being able to have a grateful heart. Every morning I am grateful that I can get out of bed, I can put the dog on the leash, and we can go for a walk. And in that moment, I am grateful for having Zeffy with me, because if I did not have Zeffy with me, I probably wouldn't go outside for walks every day. I would probably just stay inside and completely isolate myself from everything. But with Zephy, I'm forced outside at a minimum twice a day to go out. We interact with other dog owners. We just have a fun in our walk. You know, we enjoy the fact that we're out there early in the morning. We're listening to the world wake up around us. We've got the sun shining on us. Occasionally we get rainy days, and that's okay. Zephy hates the rain. I love the rain. And we go out there, and I'm grateful for the rain, and I'm grateful that I've got Zephy coming along with me. But she's really funny because she takes about 6 steps and then shakes herself, and we take another six steps and stop and shakes herself again. She hates the water. And yet now she will walk on wet grass, and she'll walk through puddles, and I'm sort of like, you know, maybe my gratitude of being able to walk in the rain, being able to walk on the fresh grass. And I love that smell of in the mornings when you've got the and some of you will know what I'm talking about. In the mornings when you're out there on the grass and the grass has just been watered, or you've got the morning dew on it, there is something about the smell of the grass that is very refreshing, and it's just one of those pleasing scents that you just inhale. The problem is that there's a lot of pollen stuff on there, but I don't care because I'm grateful that I have the ability to be able to get out there and enjoy those moments and be present in those moments. Yes, my sinuses may suffer later on, but that's okay. I am in the moment. I'm grateful for being in that moment. Fresh cut grass. I love the smell of fresh cut grass. I love that smell. Zephy likes to eat the clumps of cut grass. We've discovered that. She loves to go out. We'll be out there some mornings and she just decides, I'm just going to graze. And she'll actually just like walk along, take a step, eat some grass, walk a little more, eat some more grass. And I'm just like, come on, we've got to get walking. We've got to get walking. We've got to get moving. And then the day after they've cut the grass, she's along it. And she'll pick up clumps of grass and chomp on them as we walk along. I don't know what to do with her, but, you know, she brings me joy. She brings me happiness and joy into my life, and for that I am grateful. So find things to be grateful for today. Be grateful for your health. If your health is not the best, be grateful for it anyway, because your body is getting stronger. Be thankful that your body is getting stronger. Be thankful that you have a body that is working as well as it can. You know, if you've got limited mobility, be grateful for the mobility that you have. If you're undergoing some sort of treatments, be thankful for the professionals that you have around you that have got you on the right course of treatment. Sometimes it is a little trial and error on some parts with medications and that. I totally get that. I've been through that with my husband. When he was on blood thinners, there was certain, you know, they had to consistently adjust his blood thinner until they found the right dosage that he had to have. You know, they just couldn't go in and say, well, because he's so tall and his weight, that he needs this dosage. He actually, when he had the blood clots, and they were mixing around with the different types of medication for keeping, you know, for thinning the blood and with the blood clots and stuff, they even said to him, they says, you know, we can't just go based on your height and your weight. We have to do what's right for you. They said, because there could be somebody, he said, you know, that's about your wife's height and maybe weighs 120 pounds, and they may end up needing a bit larger dose than what you do. So it wasn't height, weight related. It was what is their body capable of. And so there was a little, I call it trial and error, but it wasn't really trial and error. It was, you know, we'll try this, we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, and when he was in hospital, then they were getting him onto these medications and stuff. He was a pincushion for them. He really was. He was a pincushion, and this is way before the cancer came around. He was a pincushion for them, and they were constantly taking blood to go and test its clotting abilities to make sure that to see if they had him on the right dose of these blood thinners and things. So, and then they finally got it right, and he was on a very, very low dose, and yet they said, you know, there's a woman down the hallway who's on like 4 times as much as what you're on, and she is nowhere near your size. And so it's definitely, and so some medications are not height, weight related. So, you know, I'm grateful that they had the doctors there, they had the lab technicians and stuff who could working together as a team to find the right dosage of things. And they usually start off at a small dose and increase it. They don't start off at a large dose and decrease it. They would start at a small dose and increase as needed. But they started off where they normally start everybody, and they actually had to drop grades. So, but I'm grateful for the knowledge that was around at the time that we needed it, and that we had the professionals that we needed. So when you're out there, think of things today that you can be grateful for, and just notice how being grateful makes you feel, how your body feels, how your outlook is. Be grateful for those that you are present with, and how do they and how does it make you feel when you're grateful to be in their presence. So that's it from me for now. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling, thankful Thursday, and we will catch you guys later today.